All right, I would like to call the March 7th, 2018 Tuolumne County Planning Commission meeting to order. Please join me in salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. So we'll start with reports from commissioners and staff. Commissioners? No? Staff, any reports?
Only report is to just let you know we do have items scheduled for the next Planning Commission meeting in March. So I believe that's on the 21st.
Yeah, I will not be here.
Okay.
So
Taryn will send out an email and make sure we have a quorum. Thank you.
Cool, thank you. Board of Supervisors Planning Committee is Charlotte, and she's not here, so we don't have that. Report from Agricultural Advisory Committee is Dick, and he's not here, so we don't have that as well. And now we do election of officers. Do we have a quorum? Did we want to make a motion on someone moving forward, or do we want to wait until we have more people? Anyone care? Jared, did you want to make a motion on someone then?
I would move that we wait, only because two of the people that I think would be likely candidates are not here tonight. You know, and so both,
Microphone.
oh, I'm sorry. Two of the people that would be likely candidates are not here tonight.
Okay.
So that would be my motion, but I'm open to ideas there.
That's
Okay.
fine with me.
So we'll hold off for chair and elections till next meeting, and that'll be on the 21st, as long as we have a big quorum again. Peter, you won't be there, so we'll elect you for everything.
And that way we can make you do this job one more week.
All right, so we'll move on to the minutes of the meeting of February 21st. They did arrive today. I looked over them.
I've
Heidi
read
looked
them.
over them. So does anyone want to make a motion?
I'll motion to approve the minutes.
Okay.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. Okay, so with that, we'll move on to the public comment portion. If anyone wants to talk about anything other than an agenda item, this is the time. And I will open up the public comment.
They're not running up here.
No, we're not running up. So I will close the public comment period. Okay, so now we'll move on to the actual item agendas, and we'll start right with staff.
Good evening. My name is Renee Hendry. I'm the project planner for this tentative subdivision map, TSM 17-044. This application is from Rosemary and Danny Norton. It was received by the Community Resources Agency on October 26, 2017. Oh, there we go. Here are the mission, values, and vision statements adopted by Tuolumne County, which are utilized as a guide for the processing of each project we receive. One of our values is to encourage innovative and creative approaches to problem solving. The purpose of this project is to allow the division of a 47.8 acre parcel into four parcels. The proposed parcels range in size from 5 acres to 32.4 acres. There is a potential for 8 dwelling units on this project site if this tentative subdivision map is approved. The project is located at 18464 Old Wards Ferry Road, approximately 0.3 mile northwest of the intersection of Jacobs Road and Old Wards Ferry Road, and also 1 mile south of State Highway 108. The site contains the estate residential general plan land use designation, which allows 1 single-family dwelling on every 2 acre parcel and 1 secondary dwelling on each parcel. The ER land use designation also allows agricultural uses, such as farm animals and the raising of a crop. Here is a map of the project's location on Old Wards Ferry Road. Parcels in this area range in size from 2 acres to 40 acres. The proposed parcel sizes would be consistent with the parcels south of the project site. Here's an aerial map that shows the proposed parcels and the existing zoning. The existing zoning, as you can see, is the RE2 for residential estate 2 acre minimum. There is O and open space along Sullivan Creek, which is the colored area that's yellow and blue on the map. These are the habitat types on the project site. Vegetation includes live oak, blue oak, valley oak, ponderosa pine, foothill gray pine, and buckeye, toyon, poison oak, blackberry, manzanita, buckbrush, and annual grassland. Sullivan Creek, that you saw on the previous map, is over towards the northeast property line. A biological study was conducted on the project site, which proposed mitigation measures to ensure the most valuable portions of the wildlife habitat on the site are protected, along with mature oak trees. The project was sent out for review to adjacent property owners and advisory agencies. 39 property owners within 1,000 feet of the site were notified. 2 comments from neighbors were received. The concerns were a potential of increased traffic and more wells interfering with neighboring wells. Water wells in the Sierra foothills are located in fractured rock formations, which form pockets of water similar to a straw inside a water bubble. Typically, each well is located in its own individual water bubble and does not interfere with neighboring wells. This site currently allows agricultural uses, so more wells could be put on the site for those types of uses. But new residences typically use less water than agricultural activities. The project site was subject to the California Environmental Quality Act, and a mitigated negative declaration was adopted on June 17, 2014 for zone change RZ 13-003. The initial study that was prepared addressed many different environmental or potentially environmental impacts, but all the potential impacts were mitigated to less than significant by incorporating mitigation measures. These measures have been included into the conditions of approval for tentative subdivision map T17-044. Topics that were addressed are, as you can see, some of them are hydrology and water quality, land use and planning, traffic, visual quality, and even cultural resources. The project is proposing to meet the mission of Tuolumne County by increasing the number of parcels available for new residences so more people can enjoy a rural lifestyle in a healthy and safe community. The ability to construct more new residences would also aid in the creation of employment opportunities for people in the construction industry and increase sales of home materials in Tuolumne County. The Planning Commission needs to make findings for tentative subdivision map to ensure that it's consistent with the general plan ordinance code and that the project will not cause significant adverse effects to the environment. The proposed conditions of approval have been developed to ensure that all potential impacts are less than significant. The Planning Commission can recommend approval of this project to send to the Board of Supervisors. The Planning Commission can make recommendations to add conditions to the project, to recommend denial of the project, or even send the project back to staff to work on any outstanding issues. Any questions?
Any questions at this point? No? Okay. Is that all done on staff? Okay. With that, do we have any questions for staff at this point? Commissioners? Okay. All right. With that, I will yeah, go ahead.
Renee, I noted in the materials that there appears to have been a slight lot line adjustment between when this was heard in 2014 and now, which got it up to the acreage that we see on here.
The lot line
Is that
adjustment.
significant at all? I mean,
The lot line adjustment was actually done about the same time as the previous parcel map and was recorded first, so the acreage was brought up.
okay.
And that wasn't really, the acreage was a little bit off in the previous report because it didn't include the entire lot line adjustment. So now the project surveyor has said this is the project site's acreage now.
Okay. I just noted the difference, so.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay. Okay. With that, I will open up to public comment. We'll do those who are in favor, and then we'll go to those who are opposition, and we can open it up to those who are neutral. And even after that, we can do rebuttals and serve rebuttals. But starting at those who would like to speak in favor. As a reminder, if you do come up to the board, you do not have to say your name, but you're more than welcome to. Anyone who wants to speak in favor? Please speak into the microphone as well so that those online can hear you as well.
Pardon me?
Speak into the microphone so that
Okay.
even everyone can hear you.
I could probably come up during neutral. I just want to introduce myself. I'm Gary Mello, civil engineer, surveyor for the project representing the applicants. And I'm here in case you have questions. I'd be happy to answer those. And obviously, we're in favor of
Sure.
the project and hopefully your recommendation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else who would like to speak in favor of the project? Okay. Yeah, I will now then open it to those who would like to speak in opposition to this project. Okay. All right. And finally, we'll go to those who would like to speak neutrally. I like we all look at you.
We all have our roles.
Thank you, I don't care.
All right. Yeah. Okay. With that, I will close the public comment portion of this agenda item. So that just leaves it back up to us. Any questions for staff? Any questions for the proposal? Anyone who want to make a motion?
I don't have any comments.
No comments? Heidi?
Somebody else does.
No? Jared?
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I move that we approve the tentative subdivision map TSM 17-044 based on findings A through D.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. Unanimous decision. And with that, that's the end of tonight's meeting. That was,
Did you break your record?
that was a
think
pretty
you might
fast
have.
one. Sorry about that.
I think you set yet another.
No, that was the other one was 9 minutes.
It was
or
9
so,
minutes.
yeah.
Oh, you're slow tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We know who.
With that, the March 7th
Here's your hammer. Here's your hammer.
Tuolumne County Planning Commission is closed.